It is the best show in town. It is the best LGBTQIA show. So darling, why haven't you subscribed? Monday to Thursday, bringing you breaking news wahala. On Friday, sex, education. And Saturday, burning questions. You know, all those questions you've been thinking of asking. Saturday is the day for you, darling. Ask your questions about religion, your questions about what you want to know about us, your question about anything. You can access anything on Saturdays doing burning questions. And you know one thing, you could to be the lucky winner to win our giveaways on Saturdays. And on Sundays, to crown it all, we have the market woman and shade girl. So darling, why do you want to miss out on all these interesting things? Help this channel by clicking the subscribe button.
In Nigeria, the madness and jungle justice seems not to be end. One problem, too many, every single day. We complain, we talk, we shout, we protest, but it seems like these men who are out to destroy the lives of LGBT community members seem not to stop. When will this madness come to an end? In a recent video that surfaced, it showed a particular guy beaten to a pulp, to his eyes swollen and abandoned by the roadside, and had to walk home. Was even stripped, semi-half naked. And it was claimed from the reports we got, this because he's a cross-dresser, so some dogs in the area, or some key tourists, as we call them, useless people, as we want to call them on this show, decided to deal with him and provide and maltreat him and just provide some injustice upon him, claiming to be justice and claiming to be upholding the moral rights of the community. Like I repeat again, when will this madness come to an end? I'm your host, Marvelous Achafu Kelechi, and I'm always joined by Chimerizi Henry Awunaya. Now to today's kind of Chimerizi, how are you doing today?
Good morning, Mr. Chef. I'm fine, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you very much. So guys, take a look at the video, and when you finish watching that, Hero Talk starts proper. So, welcome back, guys. It's amazing. This brings many thoughts. This video brings many thoughts to my mind. You once said it on this show. You've said it many times on this show that cross-dressing is not for the poor. And it seems like gradually, that phrase is not dawning upon us. But that quote is not dawning upon us. But yet again, we begin to question that does that now warrant this set of madness of beating this particular guy to his eyes being swollen? He could have gotten blinded. His head, he could have gotten a head injury. Something could have gone on. Does that warrant trauma for this guy? What's your thought on this too?
We cannot control our environment. No matter how hard we try, we cannot control our environment. We can't control the things that happen to us. But one thing we can control is how it leads to, or how it proceeds to what's happening to us. How we try to put, through the road of the journey of life. That's all I can say. Does it warrant people to be beaten up? No. Will people be beaten up? Yes. Will people still be traumatized? Yes. But how do we respond to these types of trauma? The first thing is that at this point in time, we truly know that there is a cross-dressing bill that is about to send cross-dressers to prison for at least 6 months. We know that Nigeria is a very homophobic area. So we've talked about the homophobia in Nigeria, especially in the south, in the eastern part of Nigeria, especially amongst the Igbo. So that is very clear. This is not something we need to debate or something we need to talk about or something we need to doubt. We know this reality. But at the same time, knowing this reality and knowing the kind of person you are, knowing your financial capacity, knowing your social class in Nigeria, because in Nigeria we have the upper class, we have the middle class, and then we have the poor class. Knowing your social class and you still trading in this same part, It's either you are ready for the consequences that comes with it, or you're just being foolish. And at this point in time, I feel what I've never agreed with Toby the Creator, but I feel the approach Toby the Creator used in this situation is the best way. Stop cross-dressing for a while. Allow things to tense down. Allow things to calm down. How will you be cross-dressing in a hot time like this, in a hot season like this, only you on the road, you alone? What were you expecting? A trophy award? For them to clap for you and say, hey, ginger mama, strong mama. Let's use sense to approach all things. If we are to cross dress, we've said this so many times, cross dress in the privacy of your house, cross dress at the event you go to, enter your car, go to your event, come back. But you cross dressing on the streets of Lagos, we have not gotten to that point of freedom where you can cross dress. Now, to the homo folks who do these things, they will continue to do these things because they do not understand and they are not open minded to what is happening to us. First and foremost, they don't view you as a human being, they view you as an alien, and their reaction is because they fear us, we become a threat, and they want to injure us or they want to hit us. But anyways, back to the whole event. I feel what was done is very wrong. Everybody has a right to express themselves, but in this situation, this person has been beaten, humiliated, traumatized, and the only way for us to respond as a community is for us to take security first as priority. We should also try to reduce our activity, as in open activities, and do most things indoors. And as a community, we should come together, find out this person, what's his social media handle. Let's see how we can get him medical helps. Let's see how we can help him, foot his medical bill, and do better as a community. Over to you, Mr. Chaffo.
I think if we continue to leave it to the saying that, oh, community members, we must do better as people, it will yield some results, but it might end up empowering the ketos, the homophobes, the non-entities, the fools, useless animals, goats, ewu, to continue in their acts of wickedness, brutality, evil, luciferious activities, criminality. So we need to call out the homophobes first before community members. For me, we've always had that banter in that cross-dressing issue of whether cross-dressing is for the rich or the poor. All we've settled for is a middle line. We've been on almost opposite side of the fence, because I feel like homophobes and animals and criminals, as I call them, in the ketos, they will always have an excuse for the reason why they are doing their acts. They will always do. If every cross-dresser in Nigeria stopped today, they have even the keto, most people at the keto are not cross-dressers. They are extremely minded. If we want to do a poll on people that have been ketoed, people who have appeared on Q Talk, people who have fallen into the hands of these homophobes and useless people, even on looking on Q Talk, you would end up seeing more manly guys than feminine guys. So cross-dressing people are just a few of the people that they attack. They are basically willing to go after any other person that is different in sexuality. Whether you are demisexual, asexual, they just want to go after you. So that's why I've got to the point where I did not make excuses anymore. My own is when with the end. What would put an end to it? We've had people come answer with different opinions on how we can put an end to it. But over time, we've seen it fail. In many times fail. I agree with you on that point. You made a fantastic point about the fact that you cannot control the scenario of how things should be, which is the truth. I said that in that Anamba video, that sometimes we should be able to calm ourselves down, even when we want to go overboard, even when we want to feel like, oh, this is the best place for me to display my sexuality. You should look around you. After displaying that, your rainbow flag will show you who you truly are. Will people accept you, or will they resist you? It's something you should put in mind, which was something this guy put in mind. Maybe you have not gotten the same treatment. If you have seen that, oh, this is place, so they are not willing to accept that, they resisted everything. They were going to deal with it. Then you keep yourself together. But in that making of excuses, I don't know whether it's something in me has gotten tired of making excuses for these homophobes. But they're just useless people, pure criminals, pure frustrated people who are just ready to take out their frustration on anything, rather than focus on what made them sad. What made their life miserable? What made them unhappy? To go and deal with the demons facing them. What they are looking at is how to beat up the person. They see any guy that's looking effeminate, whether he's gay or not, whether you know his sexuality or not, whether they just want to deal with any guy. So it's becoming almost like a vampire thing these days. Where I see it, where if you go to comment section, if you even check Bobrisky's comment section, on Bobrisky's page, people will still go there and be saying, any day where I jam you for wood, I go tear your wig, I go blow your breast, I go blow your toto. Some of the nastiest things on the comment section. And I say on this person's page again, page that is kept private too, that you need to follow to see. And yet you will still go there, follow that page to type assaulting words. To even Instagram will even end up throwing out some comments, deleting some comments. He has to stop. I want to just see an end to it. People that try to put an end to it, most of them they are packed up like a pack of cards. You know, we talked about an NGO. I said they will bring us a solution to keto. They will bring us keto police. The keto police has become like rapture, like the waiting of the Lord. We are continue to wait. Like Ada. When they come, when they come or Mugo. Now we don't the wait. But I just hope that an end come to it soon. I agree with your point also, but I just feel like sometimes too much excuses for these people is what has kept this thing going far. I just feel like there will be an end to it, an end that can just come. So I feel like in just wrapping up the show, in just saying my point before I move to the final words, it's just like the middle ground will be like the same way we have reached a middle ground too. The same way the community members need to reach a middle ground. Like what you are preaching, your safety first, put safety first, which is an advice from you, a fantastic one. And from my own also, community members should look for a way to start resisting ketos. We need to sit down on the round table and develop solutions to make sure that community members are safe. That anybody that deals with somebody, if there's a video there, they cannot try this thing to a woman. NGOs will pick it up. The same way too, if it's done to community members, something must be done because some of justice must be meted out on community members. People must know that these community members, they get person who will stand for them. Until it becomes like that, I'm sorry to say, community members so we need to start like Chimereze's advice. We need to become the advice engraved in bold or what you say engraved in stone has become bold. Chimereze, just final words for me in 30 seconds and we'll call this around.
See, we see videos of these things happening. We know they are happening, but people are not mentioning names. For every area that somebody has been ketoed or beaten, there must be a name that rings a bell. There must be a ketorist name that rings a bell, a powerful bell there. We know these people. And as community members, for example, let me say Chinedu is the name that rings a bell in Asaba. And I know Chinedu rings a bell. Chinedu, okay, just citing an example. We then, as community member, can say, okay, it is Chinedu who has been doing this thing, and we can then go and fish out Chinedu, and there are places we can arrest him on. Because in this same video, he can get arrested for battering and assault. He can get arrested for also attempted murder. So there are places in the law that this person, this secretary that has done this harm can be arrested. But we as community members, we no go talk, we no go call names, we will just bring a blind eye and this video will pass again. We'll talk to the next one till it happens again. Let us begin to name names. Let us begin to name locations. Let us begin to name markets. Because this video looks like it happened in a market. Let's begin to make names of market or trade union leaders that are in full support that are homophobic. Like here in Toronto, there is a Bishop Solomon, the most homophobic bishop. I know him very well. And if I wanted his license to be seized, very well it to be seized. So we need to name names of people who are not just homophobic, but also homophobic by actions. That is the only way we can begin to, what's the word? Arrest and stop this sort of assault. If one clitoris get beaten, another one get arrested, by the time, that is how it ended in Toronto. That is why homophobic preachers don't preach anymore. Before we had a situation where they come and they'll preach and they'll create such homophobic atmosphere for hate crimes. But now because licenses are being seized, they cannot dare it. So what am I trying to say? When we begin to name names, justice will be served and it will reduce the amount of foolishness from these people. Please make sure you like, subscribe, share. I want to know what your comment about this whole cross-dressing situation and all this whole clitoris situation that is happening and have become rampant in Nigeria. I want to know what your thoughts are, and please donate to our GoFundMe as usual. It is up and it is running. Peace out.